Hey, what's up guys and welcome back. So I thought I'd start off this episode with some Slayer because this has been really the majority of what I've been doing lately to train up my stats. I'm up to 80 strength already, 80 range, and because I did Horror from the Deep, I unlocked Dagonoths, which is not the best task, or I thought at first that it wasn't the best task for Deadman Mode because the only place I've really killed Dagonoths for a Slayer task outside of DKs is the Dagonoths in the Lighthouse, and that's multi-combat. So just a little bit of foresight, thinking that a team's probably going to be camping there or checking there from time to time periodically, since so many people PK at Bar Basalt. I figured I'd come to Waterbirth Isle. This is the Dagonoth area, just the first room, and I've cannon Dagonoths here for my Slayer test, which is nice because they do drop Berserker Helms and stuff like that. I think 1 in 512 each. Now, I don't know if it was fortunate that I got a cave horror task. I mean, not too many people can kill these because they haven't done Grum Deal and Cabin Fever and all those quest lines because they require a large amount of stats in skills that people just don't want to train on Deadman Mode, like 40 farming. No one wants to get farming levels on Deadman Mode. It's actually really easy. It took me no time at all with a few trees. But I have been able to grab out 2 Black Masks so far, which I sold for 750 and 800k. And that's pretty damn good profit for just the Slayer task. So with that, I was able to buy 70 Prayer. So pretty soon here I need to do King's Ransom. I think that's the right quest. Yeah, King's Ransom. So I can do the Night's Waves Training Grounds and unlock Piety because I can't even use it yet. But I do have 70 Prayer now, so that's going to be really beneficial for my PKing. After that, Tarzan was happy enough to let me use his altar, but also ran the bones for me, so I didn't have to risk going in and out of the house because he could teleport straight in and then teleport to a safe area. So I gave him 1k cannonballs, just about 250k, just for a thank you. Pretty kind of him. And then right after this, as I was restoring my prayer, I found a rune axe on the outside of Varrock, and I was like, this has to be the most obvious lure in the world. Turns out, I think this guy just dropped his rune axe and didn't realize it when he was like picking up. I don't know. Maybe it was a bot. I'm not sure. Now this is the moment that everyone's been waiting for. If you've seen my stream, you know what this is. I found DMR Yeezy stun alking here, and when I find people here, I check their stats immediately, and I found that he's level 91 Herblore, rank 12. So I called a buddy because I thought I might need a little bit of protection on this one in case he has someone in the area. But I went for the Blitz DDS rush, and sure enough, he was in iron armor like the other guys in the last video. 76 HP, 31 0 spec, 515, and finishing it up with a 32-31 massive spec that he just can't heal through. Even though he had Sharks and Brews, it just didn't save him here. That's why I keep saying, please do not stun Alk in iron armor, because it's not going to end up too well for you. Now, after looting his stuff, which was only about 800k or so worth of loot on him, I was able to telly out and wait out the skull. I didn't try to get any more keys on this one because I wanted to check the key right away since this guy's a 92 Herblore. And the most beautiful thing in the world happened. 18 mil key, and Jesus, just look at the potions. Almost 1,000 super strength, 600 super defense, a lot of herbs, insane amount of herbs actually. 223 stamina potions, which I think we're selling for 8k GP each one. It's a massive PK right there. After it was all said and done, it turned out to be about 10 mil total profit just from the key, not from the stuff that I PK'd from him. So the whole PK, with 3 specs and 1 DDS, or 1 Blitz, cost me, just a few runes and some special attack bar for a few seconds, and ended up making me 10.5 mil total on the game. So I figured I'll go ahead and buy some items, throw them in the bank, and now I can really, really afford to train my Slayer with cannon the entire way to level 90. So I'm really, really excited about this kill. Best freaking thing that I've done on Deadman Mode so far. So part of the profit from the 10.5 mil PK I've put towards 75 crafting, and I think later I'll get 85 probably for diaries, because eventually I will be getting to diaries, but I do want to unlock Slayer rings, and I'll do that pretty soon here. So I figured I'd knock out 75 Slayer for now, and then with some of the extra money that I have sitting around, since I had to sell one of my whips to pay for the crafting, I had Brad make me 2 more Dragon Squares because the last one I actually sold for about 200k profit. So I know that these are profitable for me, so it's not a bad investment for me to throw these in my safe deposit box. So as you guys know, Slayer is my plan for Deadman Mode to get my melees up to PK savvy stats. I'll get 99 strength off of it. I'm going for 90 Slayer, so I can camp Dark Beast for money instead of Abbey Demons like everyone freaking else is doing, because PKers are going to target that. So Dark Beasts are the way to go for me for Dark Bows, and I'm already up to 90 strength, which is pretty damn awesome, honestly. I did knock out one small favor because I need it for King's Ransom so I could get my piety, and it was a bitch of a quest because there's 2 areas you need to go through multi-combat zone twice. One of them is Barb Village, which teams camp left and right, so it was really cringy doing this. But after which I was able to get 75 HP and definitely wanted to get the HP insurance, so I sold one of my whips from my safe deposit box and knocked a mill on that so I can never drop below 75 HP. Now this clip is actually kind of interesting because you can see how much I lag on my laptop sometimes when I'm recording. Bobbity from my CC called us because a 4-man team was on him, and I was slaying at the Slayer Cave, so I was able to gear up real quick to go help out, and we managed to get there right in time before he was going to get dropped with 4 people ourselves. I think 4 or 5, maybe we had 5, but Clanman mode turned into Clanman mode versus Clanman mode, and these guys weren't too happy about it, and you could see how much I lagged during this. I actually thought he got away from me because I lagged for so freaking long. I have no idea how I got this kill because of all the lag, but he spent the whole time running, and I didn't even have freezes on me because I was trying to gear super quick. Didn't even think about it, honestly. And just so you guys can see, this was the key from that kill, which was nice because I didn't even have to wait on a skull. He was the one skulled, so I didn't skull from it. Not a bad kill, definitely not worth a 1 mil, but a decent PK, I think. So one thing I wanted to show you guys was how I'm doing my Troll Slayer test, because a lot of people have been asking me about this and doing it in Burthorpe and getting absolutely destroyed there because teams go up there and camp at the Trolls. So here's an alternative. You have to do Fremi Isles. Well, you have to start Fremi Isles. You don't have to finish it. You have to do Fremi Trials and start Fremi Isles, and you'll have access to Naetsnut and Yatizo. I'm killing these in the dungeon on Yatizo. Just got 100 combat, gonna bank, so I want to show you guys where this is. And apologies, I'm on my laptop here, so I'm a little bit laggy. But the dungeon is just right outside of the safe area, so really the only obstacle is getting up this ladder or the stairs, and then having someone maybe, if they're going to try to PK you with a team, they might try to close that door on you right there. But you're in a guarded zone once you get inside the city limits, and there's a bank right here. So it's a pretty decent area to do your troll tasks, and the tasks actually make pretty good bank. I've been getting, I think, at least a minimum of about 6 combined Granite Shields, Rune Kite Shields, and Rune Warhammers during these tasks. So it's a pretty damn good task, honestly. Oh my god, you guys are not going to believe this. So I fell asleep while doing Slayer, and when I came back into the Slayer dungeon, guess who was there waiting? Rot was. My cannon just decayed, but after I fell asleep and I died while killing these greater demons, I talked to one of these guys just maybe like 4 days later, and he said that they found a cannon at the greater demons and figured someone was just banking and coming back. Well, just so happens I fell asleep. I woke up about 15 minutes later, and I came back in with 10 sharks only, nothing equipped except for the 3 items I kept on death, and these guys were waiting for me because they thought I was just banking. Unfortunately, I do my greater demon tasks with an anti-fire shield, and these guys weren't packing an anti on them, so I was able to escape. 2 of them dipped off pretty quick, and then Kieran stayed around for a little while. I think it was Kieran at least. And I just ran the dragons a bit until he eventually got tired of it and figured he's not going to get the PJ off on me, because you can't PJ off monsters in here, since you have to be on task to kill them. So it was a decently easy escape, and I did leave my black mask and my cannonballs on the ground until I was able to escape, just because I didn't want them to pick it up if I died to them, and I would have been able to come back in later and pick that up off the ground since I had a full 45 minutes left. There we go, another Slayer game knocked out. 83, big milestone. Can kill spiritual mages, even though I'm not going to touch them at all, because all spiritual mages are in multi-combat areas on old school, so I don't want anything to do with them on Deadman mode, because I'll just get killed by a team most likely. Dragon boots are worth 500k, would be good profit, just not worth the risk on this one. The next task I did to get black demons, and I was able to get 93 strength off of it. Apologies for the laggy clip, don't really know why that's going on. I'm going to have to optimize my Camtasia on my laptop, I think. I'm not going to lie, I really do not remember this clip at all, honestly. I don't know where it's from, but apparently I PK'd 1 mil, so I guess we could be pretty happy about that. The next day, slaying some more, I did get myself all the way up to 85, so we did unlock Abbey Demons, we can get whips, and as I said, I'm not going to camp them out, I'm only going to do them on task, because I don't want to unnecessarily risk dying in the Slayer Tower. Now, my CC has been talking with me for a little while about doing Dragon Defender, and remember, I stopped at Rune Defender, and I actually kept Rune for about a week. Before I grabbed the balls to go back into the Warriors Guild, and this time we brought our whole CC, or everyone that had 130 combined attack and strength that wanted to do so at the time. So I think we had about 8 people here, and all knocked this out together. Most people got most of it done, at least up to Rune, and I was able to get a Dragon Defender after 170 kills, and then in the next 20 kills, I actually got 2 more, and the last 2 were about 2 kills apart, so that's pretty cool stuff. So 3 Dragon Defenders in the bank. Don't think I'm going to come back here anytime soon, and I'm really hoping I don't lose these anytime soon. Super beneficial about slaying with a cannon is I'm already up to level 90 range. And I don't think I've touched range itself since 78, I believe, is when I stopped training that and I started training melees. And I also knocked out 96 strength, so I can hit some damn high numbers now. I'm really excited to PK with these stats, and I do want to test it out pretty soon here. The next clip, I have the live reaction. I wanted to pull this off of my Twitch because it was just too damn good of a clip to just voice over. So I'm going to let you guys listen to this one, and I will see you guys on episode 5. Totally just poked him. Oh! 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 Whoa! It's cool. It's cool.